And we're live. Look at that. I owed you guys, and I'm a man of my word. When I miss, I don't miss. I'm here, and we are going live on a Wednesday night live. So while we wait for everybody to get in, the title, if you're rewatching this, which most people do rewatch these, it's never a like live thing. Very rarely is this like something live that people are like, "Oh, we're right here, right now." You get like a regular little group that comes in, but give you a nice clickbait title. I'm not big on clickbait, but if I think it's funny, I'm going to do it because it kind of relates to something we talked about in the Discord. And if you want to join the Discord, we've been having some really good discussions, and I figured out how to go live on there. And I've been looking for something to manifest in traffic with get manifesting. I've been manifesting something for myself where traffic is not as big of a pain in the ass. And I thought, what if I went live and it was a little bit easier, and I could have a co-host or have somebody that I'm coaching live in there, and that's what we have with Discord. So we're still playing around with it. Today was day one, but I'm excited to see where that goes. If you want to join the Discord, the links are in the bottom of everything. Otherwise, I'll make a community post because I'm hyped up about it. I'm actually getting the hang of it now. Now that I'm in the groove, it's cool. I'm not angry at Discord. So we're going to go with that. But we got the, stop manifesting. So that's going to be the topic. I'm going to throw on the TikTok while we get everything going in. Divine Fempress, Mama Delia, Eric, what's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome in. And we're going to get rolling once I'm trying to keep it's funny, we got 1,400 followers here and we got 1,400 on Discord, but and also another thing you get usually, what I've been trying to keep up with, is on the Discord, you're kept in the loop a little bit faster because I make community posts on here, not 100% sure if everyone sees them, to be honest. So let's see. And then we also want to we have members on here. Hence right there, member. Exactly. It's going to be the other account every time. I don't know what kind of assumption you have, but it's always the other account. I was giving everyone a heads up over at the other page or on the Discord. But yeah, so we had really good subjects, and like I said, I'm going live on there, and I'm trying to set up a way where it's like I've got exclusive content, probably videos exclusive for the members, because I appreciate Courtney, and we had other members, but I don't fault them for leaving because I wasn't putting out anything. So I appreciate you, Courtney, for sticking it out. So I'm going to be putting out content for you because I appreciate that, and whoever else signs up for it. But now we're going to go to TikTok and include the Mystics over there. Still setting up some things where it's like, should I put the same title over there? Okay, we'll do that. There's too much shit going on. Just go live. I don't have a background. I didn't pick anything on there, but let them. Yeah, I'm just not going to put nothing on it. Okay, let's get going with what you're notifying people that we're live. All right, cool. As Mitzi would say, I'm getting overstimulated. Check it in. We got everybody here. We got Mystics over on TikTok. And look, today instead of a cigar, we're going to drink with this straw, the Hello Kitty straw and the Skull Cup. We're drinking Rich Piana's BCAs because I'm skipping my meal for a second to do this live stream. So let's do the live stream. TikTok, if you're over here, I'm on YouTube too, so that's why I'm going to be looking more over here. It's easier for me to see. But welcome in. Ask questions if you got them. We're talking about manifesting. Topic of today, stop manifesting. Okay, so this was something I talked about in the Discord earlier. And let's take a moment to think about it. It's a clickbait title, but the reason for saying stop manifesting is it's a word that ends in ing. That's an action verb. You're doing something. So if I'm manifesting something, it's me doing the action to feel a different way to get something that I don't have, implying I don't have something, implying I'm doing something to get something. We're working on multiple levels here, right? So we're doing something to get something. But if you're always manifesting, if you talk to a person, hey, what are you up to? Think about this: the people manifesting their specific person, manifesting this, manifesting that for a very long period of time, they're like, what are you up to? That's their whole life. Oh, I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that. You are identified with the state of the person who is manifesting. You are always manifesting something. In other words, you are chasing something. And then I gave an analogy that I thought was pretty good. And I wanted to see, hopefully, it resonates with you guys. If I go to the gym, I am lifting. It's another word ending in ing, right? It's an action verb. It's something I'm doing. In that moment, I'm at the gym lifting. If you talk to me or call me or see me at the gym, I'm telling you I'm lifting weights. But when I go home, I'm eating, I'm resting. Those are equal parts of the workout, right? Resting, eating, and lifting. It's all part of it. When we say we're manifesting, we're doing that part of it. But the other part of it is live your life. Where you're manifesting is the workout, is the equivalent to lifting. The detachment part is not something you're doing, so it's like, okay, I'm not going to think about it now, so it will come in. No, that's the wrong attitude. Oh, no, I'm doing things, I'm doing my passions. Where's my specific person? I'm waiting for them. No, you're not doing something to get something. You're following your passion, you're following what you want to do always. It's not like, okay, time to manifest. Okay, is it here? I'm still manifesting. No, that's not what this is about. It's about doing what you have to do, relaxing and knowing it's done. And I know it's cliche and it's not the shit that you want to hear, but I'm telling you what it is. I go to the gym, right? I go to the gym, I'm lifting, but I'm not lifting anymore, and I don't think about the lift when I go home. I go home, I ate my meal, and if I'm like, oh man, I could have did something a little bit better, or man, that was a really good workout, it comes in my head and I think about it real quick. So if you're manifesting SATs, affirmations, visualizations, whatever manifesting technique you are using, that was your workout. Now you go about the rest of your day. If all you have to focus on is your specific person, that is not even a life to have. So what the fuck is the point when you get them and it's like, you're here, wow, ooh, a specific person. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's your entire life. I'm getting real with it because I'm telling you from someone who's been on both sides of the fence, who's manifested the SP, lost the SP, in the relationship. Like, your whole life is not, oh, wow, we're in this relationship. Wow, it's perfect. Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? No, it's like, that's fucking boring. To me, it's boring. Maybe to somebody else, it's like you want that to be your whole world, but I'm telling you, you're not going to manifest shit like that because you're a human being who has other hopes, desires, and dreams. There's more to life than the specific person. So you want to manifest them, that's perfectly good and fine, but we're not doing this for them. What you did, it's like, okay, I'm visualizing my relationship, what I want to have, and it's whatever. Like, that's what I want. What do you do after that? Like the gym, you go the fuck home, eat your meal, and rest. Whatever you do with the rest of your day is you like painting, you like reading, you like watching movies, you like whatever else. You go do those things, but not because, okay, I'm distracted. Is my manifestation here? No, you do those things because you like them, because it's fun, and because it's your highest passion. And your whole life isn't this and this and this. For instance, I'm in the relationship with a specific person that I was manifesting, right? I'm in that relationship now. I'm making these videos. I'm at the gym. I'm with my friends. I'm with my family. I'm riding the motorcycle. I'm going for a drive. I'm at work. I'm not like, she loves me. She loves me. We're doing that. No, because the end state, the final feeling is this is already done. It's cool. If I think about her, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. It's just that quick. You think about your parents. Oh yeah, those are my parents, and your assumptions and your feelings with them. You think about a friend. It's like, oh yeah, and it's like everything from like there's a quick thought. It's like it's in your subconscious till now. It's like everything from when you met them till now is there in your subconscious, right? So just to point that out, it was the clickbaity title. You guys don't have it over here, but on on YouTube I put it. Stop manifesting. Meaning you do your techniques, you do your visualizations, but it's not your whole day. You're not when I say balls to the wall, yeah, there was a time where it's like I'm obsessed with this. I wanted this relationship, and it's like I'm visualizing, I'm affirming, I'm doing. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? That was so fucking violent. That was the most violent fucking fall I've ever heard. God damn, that fucking phone just attacked me. I'm not gonna fucking touch this desk. Anyway, somebody clipped that. That's pretty good. And it's funny because it's so lazy over here, I don't even have it. All right. Again, skull glass with the kitty thing. I need to hydrate. Thank you for the likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. How do you get out of no con? Oh, Jesus Christ, you motherfucker! All right, now I'm pissed off. How the fuck this made in China desk? Sorry, TikTok, don't ban me for saying that. Somebody clip all this. I've soiled myself. There's a mess everywhere. All right, that's not how you get out of no contact. Okay. So keep my hands off the fucking IKEA piece of shit desk and we'll talk about this. Because I like to talk with my hands and I like to bang on the desk. It's not going to happen with the $2 phone stand and the IKEA desk. Okay, Bob. Let's go back to what I'm talking about. Stop manifesting. Now, you want to get out of no contact, right? Well, what can you do? Let's ask yourself what you can do right now to be out of no contact. Like, what can you do in this relationship? And what is your situation? Now, circumstances don't matter, but we're going to get out of no contact, right? You know that manifesting works, right? You're not trying to sell yourself on it. Because so many times people are like, hey, what should I do? And this is the thing. It's like there's times where I disappear from the channel for a while. There's times where I get tired of coaching and you get burned out a little bit because people say, Nick, what do I do? Or you buy a coaching session, or you do this, or you do that. And I'm not one of these coaches who's going to get there and be like, oh, I already told you this. I will explain it again. But I'm getting sometimes, and it's not you, Bob. It's other people. Not it's something that it's cumulative. Maybe it's like I'm not teaching it enough, or maybe I need to break it down better. So I'll always find another way. I don't blame the students or the people trying to learn from me. I blame myself, but I'm going to try to break this down in a more straightforward point. I like to weave through my points and weave in like real world examples to what I've experienced. You want to be out of no contact with a specific person, right? What can you do to control that? Oh, I'm sure you've probably tried sending flowers, reaching out, talking to people that you know that are mutual friends, trying everything in the 3-dimensional world to get whatever the hell you want done. It's like, okay, well, I visualized it. Well, what did you do? Did you visualize the text message? Did you sit there and because this is the thing too, and I'm not saying you do this, but this is just in general. I ask people when they get a session, what have you been working on? Well, I visualized a couple times and I've done this. Then you're not. I've been going balls to the wall. No, you've been thinking about this desire a lot. That's not balls to the wall. Balls to the wall is a strict mental diet. You are denying the reality of what it is and all that stuff. But the only thing you can do. Yeah, Bob, I know you keep asking, and I'm saying there's no need to apologize. Keep your self-concept high, but there's no need to apologize for asking the same question. She just hasn't come back yet. Okay, so now you're looking at that, you're realizing it. There was no way for me to know that my stuff was going to last 10 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it was when my breakups happened. There was no way that I knew how long this thing was going to, the separation was going to last. What I was doing when I'm manifesting this is I know that it's done already. There's a reality where it's not, but I'm realizing you have to realize that you're a strong motherfucker. I can be without this. I don't need it. And if it is so important to you, this person and that relationship is the greatest thing in the world, and that important to you, you're willing to wait. Okay, you're willing to wait for it, but don't wait out your life. This was my mistake that I made on it. And this is something that my only regret on the manifesting journey of a specific person is that I pushed off friends, family, life, and everything and stopped enjoying my life trying to manifest this thing. It was like, okay, I'll go to the gym because that will distract me. I'll watch these YouTube videos because they'll keep me thinking manifesting thoughts, and I'll go to sleep and then that will kill time. And if I hang out with my friends, I'll just do that because it's keeping my mind busy, but I'm not enjoying the moment. So you miss life. So don't miss life, number one. Number two, how do you get out of no contact? Now I'll ask you, what can you do? What is the only thing you have control over in that situation? It is your mind. Now, you want to go to the end scene. What are you doing? What is your formula? What techniques do you apply on a daily basis? How do they make you feel? Do they get you to the end state? Are you feeling that you've already manifested your desires? Okay, cool. If you are, then you're on the right path. Now it's persistence. But chances are, and this is not me being mean, I love having you here. I love having you watch the videos and come to the lives. But if you're in the lives asking the same question every week, it means every Monday I'll go live, but this week it's a Wednesday, but I'll go live. Nick's on. Okay, that's the manifesting guy. I'm gonna go watch the manifesting channel and ask, why am I not on no contact yet? And then it's just, okay, that means every Monday now you're checking. And like I said, I'm the worst salesman for selling coaching and running a channel, because I will tell you, don't watch the channel then. Don't watch any manifesting channel. Back off it, because if the manifesting channel is reminding you don't have something and you think you're missing something, if you think you're missing something, then you are. So you're going to go on the channels. What did I miss? What do I need to understand? How do I become a better manifester? How do I get what I want? There's nothing to figure out. The only thing you have control over is your mind. So you want contact for what reason? Why do you need to talk to her right now? Contact would be this. Oh, you want to have contact with her? Have inner conversations as if you were in a relationship. Okay, that's the contact. And those inner conversations, eventually, you're trying to create the feeling. You're doing the most you can to make it feel real now. Chances are you're always going to feel like, okay, well, when's it going to happen? But the more you can feel satisfied with that, the more you're keeping yourself in that natural state. And the reason I say have passions and follow life and enjoy life is because when you do things you love, that's creating a happy, ecstatic feeling, right? You're enjoying your life while you're doing those. I love going to the gym. So that's something that makes me happy. So if I wake up in the morning, or let's start out at bedtime, because that's the most powerful time to manifest, because you're close to subconscious and you're in that in-between state. So I'm going to sleep at night. I'm visualizing my end scene with my specific person. I'm picturing us together. Go to sleep, wake up. She's not there, a little disappointed. No. I'm so grateful she's here. I do my gratitude list, whatever. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm grateful. I'm doing all my gratitude. I think about some negative things, flip them with affirmations, realize whatever I desires me. I desire my SP. She desires me. Okay, cool. I'm going about my day. I got to go to work. I stay busy over there and use your work time. If you're on day shift or if it's afternoons, whatever shift you're on, you're using that time to like program yourself positively, not just with a specific person, but build up your self-concept, this and that. You like going to the gym, you like painting, you like walking, you like reading a book, whatever it is. And that time, you're doing that for you, because it's not to build up the self-concept to get the person. It's not to do this, and then I'm distracted, and then I'm going to get my specific person. No, you're doing those things because you love them. And when you do things you love, it puts you in a positive feeling state that everything's like, that you're happy. And the feeling state you're trying to create when you're doing this stuff with the specific person, visualizations, affirmations, whatever it is making you happy. So you do those and they put you in a good feeling state. If you do nothing and you just sit there, now you're at the mercy of your mind, and your mind is going to fuck with you and play thoughts and, oh, well, it's not here yet, this and that. You don't have time to think those thoughts because you're out doing something else. And not only it's just something else, it's something you love, it's something you enjoy, which is keeping that positive feeling going, keeping yourself elevated there. Just like, here's an example. You want to get to the end state. The reason why people watch me is, oh, well, Nick did it, so I could do it, which is the point. If I can do it, you can do it. I was just like you guys. I was in the same boat, didn't get my specific person, got her, lost her, got her, lost her, got her, lost her. What is going on? Figuring out the whole entire thing until it became perfectly solidified into what I wanted. And, take a breath real quick. What's it called? So, like, now my life consists of, okay, I know I'm in the relationship. I don't have to think about the relationship. And it's like, I'm still living a life. That's the point. The point is, that's how you detach from it. If you want to speak to her and you're in no contact, you have to have inner conversations. Remember, I was blocked. I was told I don't want to see you again. There was a third party. Every negative circumstance, that's why I said circumstances don't fucking matter. The world changes and conforms and things just disappear. I would just go off and have these inner conversations in my mind while I'm at work. I was at a job I couldn't stand. I'm fucked with by the bosses, and I can't get myself out of this job. the woman you're in love with broke your heart and left, and it's like you want to be back in that relationship. You're told that every circumstance is not going to work out. What's the only thing I can control in that situation? My mind. And if just visualizing or having an inner conversation or affirming makes me feel better, what do I have to lose? So often people are not doing the techniques or the manifesting things or putting themselves in a good feeling state because they're afraid to feel good because of, oh, I might get let down later. Well, you're letting yourself down now, so I'm just going to preemptively disappoint myself before the actual disappointment, assuming disappointment and failure is already on the way, instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to enjoy my life and have fun. So I hope that answers the question. I got way off on a tangent because I'm trying to weave in some points that were made in the live stream, and I'm not just going to sit here. If you're not getting something, obviously there's something that won't be, if people are asking the same questions again each week, maybe they're not understanding. So that's the reason why I'll disappear too. I'm trying to think, how do I better relay the message of manifesting? And I talked about this in the live on Discord too. The further away I get from, like, I'm already in this relationship with my specific person. I've already manifested this. That's Pete. I already got past that. Okay. It's the same thing. Like when I was going through my apprenticeship as an engineer, I'm learning the trade from these other guys. I'm testing out things for like how it would work for me. And then I get promoted. Now I have an apprentice. And then when I have the apprentice, it's easy for me to teach him more than the bosses and the guys who've been out of it for a long time, because I'm closer to his level of understanding. I could communicate on the level of someone who doesn't understand and someone who does. But the more you've elevated up, not saying that I'm better or worse than anybody, but it's like the more I've learned more about manifesting, and this got to the point of like, I want something, I assume I have it, and then boom, it's there. There's still things that trip me up. There's still limiting beliefs. That's why techniques exist. Techniques are tools to help you get in the feeling state and believe it's possible. So there's still stuff I work on, but getting back to the basics, like the specific person thing, it's like, I know my self-concept is so high on that. It's like, okay, if my specific person leaves and I want her back, or if I leave her and I want her back, or if I want somebody new, or whatever the situation is, I believe, okay, I could manifest myself in or out of that situation. So sorry, Bob, I got way taken off track, but if you have another question, just let me know. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Wind World, I see all the likes. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. But yeah, don't apologize, Bob. That's what the lives are for. I'm just trying to, like, if you get more passionate and you say it like a coach, like, I'm going to come at you from the sporting, like that's my background. Bodybuilding, fitness, sports, football, wrestling, all that stuff, like that's my background. So if I'm doing manifesting coaching, I'm coming at you from that point, but as the coach that people like, the one where it's like, all right, I'm gonna be stern with you, and I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm not gonna bullshit you, but let's come up with a plan. I'm not gonna tear you down. I'm gonna build you up, because so many times I hear this. I get clients who've been, like I told the story earlier in the Discord. I had a client for like 2 years, had zero contact with the specific person. It was 2 years. Paid for coaching with like all big coaches, and I don't throw nobody's name under, but they were paying for a lot of money. And actually, I've had multiple clients with that too, paying a lot of big coaches a lot of money. They're coach hopping, they're jumping around. And what is the point of that? You're paying them because subconsciously it's like, oh, if I pay them, I'll get it because they're really good. So because I'm near them, what's that line from SpongeBob? Maybe if I'm good enough, Mr. Tentacles will rub his talent on me. No, that's kind of what people are thinking. It's like, oh, I'll buy this expensive coaching. But the difference with me when you're coaching with me is, okay, I'm real showing you receipts. I will show you all my failures, all my struggles, all my fuck ups, and I'll show you all my successes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you I'm going to do it. You'll see me stumble and fall along the way sometimes, but I'm being real with you along the way. So I'm not bullshitting anybody. I bring the receipts with my manifesting stuff. So anyway, people have the faith in me. And then I'll sit there and I'll spend extra time until they get it. It's not like, okay, you buy a 1 hour session. If I don't got nobody after you and I have nothing to do, I'm going to sit there longer. And then at the end of the session, as we're wrapping up, do you understand what I'm saying? If there's another question, ask it now, because we're here on the phone. If I got nothing going on, if I could chill at work when I'm leaving day jobs that I didn't want to have, if I could stay there extra time for nothing, then I could do this where I'm actually helping people for nothing. So I'll stay on a couple extra minutes. Make sure that you get what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So That's the point. It's like, and then next thing you know, like the one guy I said, he years no contact, paid for all these coaches, starts talking with me. He developed an assumption that every time we spoke, he got contact from the specific person. That's not me, but it's his faith in me. But what created that? What helped him later was realizing that you are the one with the power. You assign value. I could say every time I take a drink of water, or the rich man of BCAs, every time I do that, the specific person texts me. Or like that is something that you could develop. Or it's like, what? Look at the one I had when I was going live at my work sites. It's like every time I go live, I believe that someone's going to call me, and I don't get calls ever, ever, ever. And as soon as I turn the live on, calls. As soon as I take a client, calls. So I had to stop doing that because I couldn't break that assumption. And it was something that was just like, whatever, I'm not really going to do it. And then it felt guilty about it, but whatever. That's just a point. You could assume anything. So anyway, the guy put the faith in me, and then next thing you know, 2 years of no contact, and he's getting contact regularly. And then the thing he was assuming for, like it was a long distance thing, and it was money, became financially free off a gift like that, like nothing out of nowhere. But it was 2 months of like, I didn't do the coaching I didn't coach anybody for a month because I was doing the bodybuilding show and I wanted to dial in the last month. Came back, we talked about it, and as soon as we started texting, she's contacting him, and he's like, she's going to meet up with him and stuff. But we never booked more sessions, and then he wound up jumping to another coach. And what I understood from when we started talking again, that guy tore his self-concept down. So everything we built up, and then the specific person thing went right out. So you have to be the guardian of your own mind. Do not let anybody program it. And if I could be the honorable integrity guy or telling you the positive force, then that's what I'm going to do, because that's who I am. And it's not me trying to sell myself or nothing. That's just, if I can add that force of good, then I'm going to do that. But be very careful. People could pass off that, hey, I'm the good, nice guy, and then be the ones fucking tearing you down because they don't know what they're doing, so they're getting upset and frustrated. Anyway, that's my rant on other coaching shit. What is all the time length of no contact every time you were in it? Bob, it was like the first time when we were friends with benefits, it was like, I don't know, week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that. But it was like that could be chalked up. So then that's what made me start questioning. It's like, I don't know, maybe that's just, we both don't really give a shit. So, but I was testing the law. I'm like, but it's kind of weird. The circumstances we were running, our gym times never really worked out. We ran into each other, and it's like, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. It's like, oh, it could just be some random like flirting and shit like that. And the next time was like 2-3 weeks. Then it was 4 weeks. Then I developed the assumption it takes longer every time. Then it was like 8 weeks, and the final time was 10 weeks. So that was whatever it was. I think that's the right amount of time. But yeah, there was like I started to develop because when I noticed that it was like a week later, but then 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, it's going later each time. And I saw that I was developing an assumption on that, but luckily all that's done now. Hey, glad I caught the live. Very true. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Don. Yeah. Thank you for agreeing on the point. Adro, what's up, brother? There's the wolf in the blue. I'm checking for comments over here. If you guys got any comments, questions about manifesting, I usually go off the YouTube, but because this is hit or miss if we got viewers. But thank you for the likes and checking it out. Like I said, questions, comments, concerns, anything, drop it in. Bob, I have his name written down on a piece of paper. I'll have to look into him. Get Nick's coaching. It's the best. Oh, thank you, Courtney. Thank you for the promotion. Someone's promoting me because I won't promote myself like that. I forget to plug the coaching in half the videos anyway, and the Discord. But if you guys do want the Discord, I'm actually proud of where the Discord is. If you're on TikTok, it's not letting me link the stuff. So go to the YouTube channel, which I believe is linked on here. It is linked on here. Go to the YouTube channel and you'll find the links to the Discord if you guys want. It's a paid Discord, but it's like we got a lot going on right now. I'm trying to do multiple lives a week on there, more than anywhere else. And it's like I answer because I've got my phone on me all day. So if I can answer something, boom, I'm answering. And right now the group is small, so it's good for one-on-one stuff. But remember, it's not the coach, it's you. I'm just here to fulfill the motivation that you might need. Oh, just stabbed myself. Yeah, see, Don, I don't know the guy that you or Bob are talking about. He's a controversial guy, but he teaches manifesting. I've got no idea who that is. Bob, here, like this is a great question you just brought up, Bob. Okay, everybody listen on both ends. Bob says, it's been 6 months for me with no contact with my specific person. Is there still hope? I can't answer that question because I could give you hope. I'm going to always give you hope, and I'm always going to say the positive thing, and I'm always going to say my personal beliefs. I believe that so I believe the circumstances don't matter, and there are no limiting factors in life. Anything is possible. You see miracles every day in life. You see the underdog in fights and in sporting events, even in look at the election shit. No matter what side you're on, that was the underdog that came up and won the election that just happened. So you see things that where it's like people and circumstances change all the time. Like things that shouldn't happen when it's and just look at how people's minds are. So it's you that has the belief. If you believe it's still possible, then it is. I could tell you, I can assume on your behalf. I always, all the people's stories that I see on here, I always assume their success. But at the end of the day, what do they see for themselves? What is their self concept? What self concept are they projecting to me? What are they projecting to themselves? The way you see yourself in the world is how the world's going to reflect. If you feel that situation is hopeless, I just told you a story about a guy who went 2 years no contact. Inked has a story, and it's featured on the channel. She had 10 months no contact with her SP, and she said, "You know what? I just for the hell of it, I'm gonna try this robotic affirming thing." It was when that was coming out and all the rage with the robotic affirming. She did that for, I wanted to say it was a week and a half. She said it was like 2 or 3 weeks. So let's say a week and a half to 3 weeks. We'll put it in that range. She had contact, and she said that he was blowing up my phone. He's blowing up my phone. Boom, her phone's getting blown up, and for whatever reason, it was a weird reason to be blowing up her phone. But then like things started taking off. So it's like that was 10 months no contact. Like I said, I had the guy with 2 months no contact. Then the second we start coaching together, boom, he's getting text messages. So somewhere in him, he assigned that value that if I buy the coaching, I got it. I paid for a coaching session with someone when I was still learning, and I showed up hungover, not even knowing if I wanted to manifest my SP. Didn't really give a shit. I bought it while I was drunk. I was blackout drunk and bought the session, and I bought a course that I opened up, and I'm not gonna name for where because I think I probably said it before, but I'm trying to like remain anonymous in case other channels don't want to be associated with me. But I bought a course too, and I didn't even fucking open it up, or like I think I played around with it a little bit, looked at it, but didn't do the work because I'm like I'm already doing all the work. I'm doing what I feel is right to me. Because I could tell you my methods, and I could tell you stuff, and I could coach you, and I could coach you the way that works for me and what I think would work for you. But if you don't resonate with that, then it's not going to help. But if you find another channel where that coach resonates with you, it's like, okay, boom, that's where you got to go because it's resonating with you. The reason people come here is if they're resonating with me and my style of coaching and my personality, you're going to work better. It's like, I think that's why I get more male. No, it's actually 50-50 male, female clients actually. But, whatever it is that people relate to me about, the transparency, my realism, me showing failures, I don't know. But I can't find your YouTube. Lisa, it's Mystic Manifesting. Here, look, it's even here on the hat. It's the same logo. It's blue. Mystic Manifesting. It's the blue wolf, and it's on YouTube. So, yeah, that's where you'll find it. And if you go to the link on this profile over here, it should be linked underneath it. Like it will have a YouTube tab. Nick so chill, not gonna lie. Oh, thank you. Your name has so many W's in there. I'm like www. Wind worldwide spread. I'm gonna say window. Wind world. I'm gonna have to abbreviate it because I'm gonna mess it up. Sweet, glad you got it. And thank you for the compliment over there, Wind World. Window. There you go. I love it. The window. Let's see what Brooke has to say. See, Brooke, I like that. We got a success story from Brooke over here. I'm appreciating this. You said that you revised your day before bed. In the revision, she was listening to music in her headphones, which you lost months ago, and they randomly appeared today. It's crazy how that works, but it's like people are like, oh, well, that's just a little manifestation. Well, why is the specific person and the cup of coffee so different? Why is the specific person or the $1 million in the lottery more important than getting your songs back? They're all equal. You assign the value to things. So if you assign the value that, oh, this thing is very hard to do and I don't know if I'm going to get it, it's something difficult now. So there needs to be a struggle to get something. If something's difficult, you have to struggle to get it, right? That's just the nature of it. Bob, I'm trying to think. I don't really. Here's something where it's like trying to think. How many people have I coached 6 months or over? One, two. Who just told me the other day that their story was they had someone who was 2 or 3 years. Recently, I would say about three off the top of my head. Yeah, I'd say three off the top of my head that I could think of. Because my coaching comes and goes. Like I don't bullshit you guys. If you look at, I can't because you go look at my schedule. It's like right now I've got 0 clients. I haven't had a client in I think 2 months. But what's it called? But when I do have clients, it's like they come in a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones because it's been a while since I've had one. But it's like I know that some of them they go a long time, and then some people, like I mean, I don't stay in touch with them because I don't want to reach out after it and be like, one, because I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm trying to sell you more coaching, or two, I don't want to be like, hey, you should have it by now, and if I don't like, hey, how's everything going? They might assume that they should have it by now and then freak the fuck out and then panic, so I won't reach out after. But I've had 5 people, I believe, over the course of the 2 years doing this, pop into um, the live stream saying, "Hey, I watched your videos," or "You remember me? We coached together," and they had a different username than their actual personality, or or whatever. Like I've been around for a while, and I recognize their names, but they would be gone for a while. Sorry, I meant to come back. I've had success, and I would say, email me the success story, and they never emailed it. But it's like I've got my specific person. Things are great. Thank you so much, and then boom, that was it, and I've lost them like that. So I say that's about, but I don't know how long their time frames were. But I say you got 3 people over 6 months or over. My stuff. We got to think 10 weeks for me. Look, that's like almost 2 months, 2.5 months. So, D Navarro, what's up, brother? Thanks for the likes. Mitzi got a success story. I can't wait to hear it. Let's hear it. There you go. Thank you, Brooke. Time doesn't matter. And Brooke, right there, you just brought it right to Bob right there. It took 6 months. You had a 6 month one. Yes, it was, Brooke. Subconscious giving to you, and it's like, being grateful for a little gift like that. Like more things are going to be given to you. It's like if you get a gift and you're an asshole about it, like, oh, thanks, appreciate it. You're not going to get many gifts because you don't appreciate the gifts you got, but you appreciate that. So it does go a long way. There is a thing to gratitude. It's not being corny. It's not being condescending. That's a legit thing. There is power in gratitude because what's the line in the Bible? Ask in prayer as though you have already received. That's basically giving gratitude and thanks for something that you don't have yet, which is living in the end, which is manifesting, which it talks about for all these years. So Mitzi, oh, I missed your thing. I went all the way down there. Mitzi, you missed me getting really overstimulated earlier. Just got home from work. Now you get to chill. There you go. Okay. One second. I see Mitzi laughing over there. So Bob, here's the thing. You say, what is the most common way that the women come back to guys? And I'll tell you from my own personal stories and then what I've seen. But you've got a bigger thing to address right there. Like you said, you have that assumption that they don't come back. Okay. Have you ever heard of that? One of my best friends built this assumption into me when I was going through all this and still learning law of assumption and manifesting. One of my best friends and actually a couple of guys I know, they were real good players. They always had women. So they told me like they always come back. Even if they were the ones who left you or you were the one who did wrong, They always come back. And then I heard multiple women say that about guys. They always come back. And then I started to develop the assumption people always come back. You had a relationship with somebody. Somehow, some way, you're going to run into each other. I don't know how. There was the one SP that I manifested out of thin air. I wound up getting a new job, and she turns out to work in the same building as me. And there have been a few times where we had to interact because my job involves taking care of the whole building. So we have had to interact a few times. So that was crazy. And that was 12 months of no contact. About a year later that we had that contact. Not that I was trying to manifest her, but I always had a feeling I would run into her again. But the how doesn't matter, Bob. Let's go back to the manifesting basics. Know exactly what you want. There are no rules. Whatever you assume to be true is true. Watch your mind. Watch your thoughts. What's it called? You do not control the how or the why. My situation. Let me tell you the craziest one. My specific person, like I said, that one long stint, we were not together. She's got me blocked. There's a third party as far as I know from what I heard through the grapevine. And I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm going balls to the wall and nothing's happening. I'm not seeing anything. Also, remember, whatever's happening in the background and whatever you assume to be happening in the background is what's happening, because that did turn out to be true in every one of those cases. And you saw the live where we were at and it's still up on the channel, the live where me and her went to the cabin. She said she couldn't stop thinking about me, and it was always the same memories that I was putting out there. So whatever you put out there is what happens. But your question is, how does it happen? Who would have known that on my first date with her, that her best friend would have been in the same restaurant as us, having dinner with her, having lunch with her mom, and that her best friend had a very distinct voice and a distinct look to her. But then almost a year later, after all this shit goes on, and we've been apart for months, I see a girl in the gym looking at me who kind of resembles her, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that far. So I make the assumption that's her best friend. And I knew her best friend had a daughter, and I'm like, oh, it's probably her daughter. Never seen the daughter before. And then I see them look at me once, and then they go, ooh, like that. And I was like, that's definitely them. So I made that assumption. That's my specific person's best friend, and they live together. And I'm like, and that's her daughter. And then they're talking about me and oh, damn, he's a good looking guy. And man, she missed out because I always have this visualization. She was talking to her and telling her how she missed out on me and blah, blah, blah. This is the background stuff I was programming in my head. That's this is nuts. If I would tell anyone this, you sound like a fucking nutcase. But until you've lived it and you've experienced it, it's oh shit, that happened. And my whole thing, Bob, is to be here. If I can do it, you can do it. That's the whole point of me with the channel and teaching stuff, is because if I can do it, you can do it. And I wouldn't be teaching this because it sounds fucking insane if I didn't live it and experience it. And I was nervous, and I'm like, I got to go talk to this girl. I don't talk to people in the gym, but I'm like, I went up to her, my legs are shaking, and then it turns out, yeah, this is her best friend, this and that. She goes, you know what? She's actually been talking about this time where you guys went to the beach, and it's yeah, that's the memory I was the one I chose to think about a lot, because instead of choosing to think of past memories and breakups, I was choosing to think of good times, which then was playing out that she's thinking about those good times. And she goes, yeah, and she's thinking about you a lot, and she's really sad lately. She wants me to take her out tonight. And she goes, what if we meet up at this place? And I was like, I was going to give these Christmas gifts to her because it would happen around Christmas time. I'm like, she's like, no, you know what? We're going to go to this bar that you usually go to. And then she remembered it too. I'm like, she's going to remember that was the bar I go to a lot. And then she did on the way there. They walk in, boom, she's there. And then it winds up being, that's how we got back together one of the times. Another time, 2 times she reached out first. 1 time that happened. 2 times I reached out first. But it was only not because I'm trying to make something happen. It was just this feeling where it's I would put it off. My inspired action was, am I going to reach out first? No, I don't need to. I'm reaching out because I want to. It needs to be something that feels natural, not because you're trying to force it to happen. Anyway. CTB, you could also branch out and consider any success that exists out there. Exactly. Brooke, one of your messages got retracted. I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Courtney, your story too. I coached you in February. Yeah, damn, time flies. February, and then September, he shows up. And new SP shows up in July. There you go. And then you had something to hold you over until then. So there you go. There's another success story right there. Damn, the success stories are adding up. I don't keep track of it that much, but thank you for contributing it. All right. Okay, hold on, Mitzi. I'm gonna read this one out loud. So if you put everything up there, okay. So you already know about the manager bullying me, and I went to the director about her also taking her to the union. Anyway, she pissed me off, and I had a downfall. And I had a downfall list of people. Um, I want. I want my job gone. I found out the manager has bed bugs and she's on medication. Ha! She fucked around and found out. There you go. Hey, you prayed for her downfall, but hey, she got the karma coming right back to her. But whatever you assume something bad, we always try to assume lovingly on the behalf of others. But I know sometimes it's not always easy. But we try to be, as it was described over here, very chill about it. But uh, that's good. Brooke, are you asking me, Courtney, Mitzi, or somebody else about if we're still with the same SP? Mine is yes. But in the in between times, so to answer, okay, like another common question, can you date in between your specific person? Yes, you can, because the first few times it was like I was doing no nut. I was trying to get in all this trance, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna. The next nut I have, I'm gonna bust it in her, and yeah, that happened. It was a big one, and like so, I was like, that was part of the manifestation. Then the other time was like, okay, well, then I'm just gonna only every time I'm horny, I'll only think about her and use my imagination. Okay, then I did that method, and that worked. And then it was like, you know what, I'm gonna date around then, and met, but only specific people that I scripted out. And then I was testing out, can you manifest somebody out of thin air? Boom. Then that happened too. So over the whole course of the times, yeah, it's the same person though. The same one from the beginning of the channel. Because even during the channel, you saw there was I started the channel and I kept making this. I didn't really feel ready to be a coach, and that's one of the things I always kept feeling called to it, because every time I would be like, all right, God, if this stuff works, I'll help other people. And then I would lie to God and be like, I'm not fucking gonna coach people. I'm not gonna make this channel. And then and I started thinking, what if he takes her away? And then all of a sudden something would happen. And then the last time I'm like, okay, well if she leaves me, then I'll start the channel. And then I was like, okay, but then I'm like, I feel like she'll be back. And then she did. And then in between there was a catastrophe in the middle, and because it was for a couple months leading up to it, I was like, all these people are watching me, everyone's got their eyes on me, what if I fuck up, what if this relationship falls apart? And I started fearing the relationship falling apart when everything was fucking good. And then I started fearing it falling apart, and then like some catastrophic bullshit happened and kicked off. And what was the line that Job says in the Bible, all that I have fears come to pass? Yeah, that shit happened. And then I was like really humiliated, and I didn't want to be on the channel for a while. But and people kept reaching out, wanting me back. And then I was like, you know what? I made one video that was pretty popular. It was like, I was in the garage, and I'm like, that's it. We're done fucking around. This is that. And I was like, I'm just manifesting you back just to get it done. Okay, I'm going to manifest you. It's going to get done. It's going to be a relationship. Cool. That's it. Everything's done. I'm not playing this game no more. I have other things to manifest. I got a bigger life to live. And then sure enough, then it happened like that. And I'm like, I'll make my decision. And then I made the decision. So I stayed. Brooke, this is battle was fucking since April 2021, so 3.5 years, through 3 years and 3 years and 2 quarters, something like that. April will be 4 years. Damn, yeah, time flies. Dude, Nick, I fucking love you, man. You're hilarious. I'm gonna bust a big one, and I did. I did though. Somebody clip that. There's a big one. Sometimes like people will be telling me stuff too about that I said, and I'm like, I don't remember saying that. And then they're like, oh, I guess I did. You're one of them coaches that gave me hope in my lowest moments, man. Thank you, Window. That means a lot, brother. When you guys tell me stuff like that, and I'm not fishing for more compliments now, but no, that is actually like why I keep doing this, because there were a lot of times where like I didn't want to coach no more, and I'm like, you know what? Because I don't want to make money being a coach, and I'm like, because part of me feels like that's disingenuous, is manifest money, which is something I'm working on now. Like, yes, money could come from coaching. I'm not opposed to that, but then that's why I'm putting so much effort into the Discord. It's like I can make money from that positive environment, making money with the merch and stuff like that. Because I always wanted to have a fitness clothing line. Now it's not exactly fitness related. Like it's offshoot that's like manifesting and fitness combined, and it's through what's the not Printful, the other one. It's through one of those like drop shipping apps. But it's a way to get started so I can actually start doing my own thing and making money with this, and then going. But it's like and then open my own gym. So I've got a lot of other plans and things I want to do, but money was always a big limiting belief, and I've broken through it and I've relapsed on that. Same thing with a specific person. It's okay to start, fail, go back and forth. I don't see it as a problem, and but like comments like that, that's what keeps me around, because I didn't want. I mean, I started this. I made a few videos because nobody had a video about manifesting their ex back more than once. That's why I made that video, and I wasn't with her when I made that video. She started talking to me again. We were like getting back together at that time. She was reaching out first. I didn't think I was going to get back with her. I was just making videos just to motivate other people. I was talking about the chest tear, and made a video. I think I did a video about that. I talked about the first time I manifested the ring, and then the homecoming king, manifesting $2,000 out of an ATM. Just little things I thought would help people, and then I disappeared because I was done. I was just going to make a few videos and be done. And then Inked, Mitzi, you're here right now. I haven't heard from Topaz in a long time, but she was around. Yup, I haven't heard from since the live at the cabin. But the four of you guys stick out in my mind. I know there's other people, but like you four stick out a lot. Rocky came later, but he was the person who kept me around too. And I was trying to coach people for free, but it was stressing me the fuck out because people were sending me emails. They're like, hey, I sent you an email yesterday. It's like, where's it at? Like, I need coaching now. It's like, all right, first of all, shut the fuck up. Like, I never did that to nobody. I reached out for help. Like, I always give Manifesting Monster props for helping me. And I talked to Elmer once. And then when he was charging, and I'm like, I'm not paying nobody, because my thing was, if I can't do it for free, then why am I going to pay? I always stuck by the thing. I didn't need it. Let's see. Like, Nick and all of them want me to succeed. Exactly, bro. We do. We're all in this together. That's the one thing I wanted to pass along. We're all in this together, and we're all motivating each other. That's why I'm trying to create that really good space in the Discord. And I'm trying to go live on both of these now, even though TikTok will sometimes I'm leery about it because there's too much shit going on, and I don't feel as comfortable on TikTok. I'm used to this, but I break out of my comfort zone. Just like I'm doing the vlogging with the Muscular Mystic thing. It's something that's uncomfortable, but it's new and exciting, and it's something, I could build something here, something different. And it's another way to express myself. So I'm doing that, but it's uncomfortable to film myself in the gym in front of people because I don't want to be the douchebag with the camera. But I am, and it's not a camera; it's just my phone. So, but I got the tripod. So, yeah. And Mitzi said she fucked around and found out. That's funny, Mitzi. Trying to see what else I'm missing. Brooke, yeah, she knows I have the channel. She's been on it multiple times. She helps me. She helps me organize things for the channel, which was something I used to visualize. I used to visualize myself sitting on her bed, working on the channel, because I didn't tell her about it for a long time. She's very religious and more like, well, she became religious later. The person that you start this SP journey on is usually not a religious person that we're dealing with in most of our cases. She's into religion now, but I showed her like, hey, the Bible is literally a fucking manifesting textbook. Jesus is a very great mystical man who fucking basically preached the law of assumption back then, along with other good things. But like, I've never seen anybody actually raise anyone from the dead like him. So he's probably the greatest mystic of all time because he's the son of God. But that's without getting political, not political or religious, but that was, I figured out a way where it was like, I could actually bridge the two. Like, she'll actually understand what I'm talking about. And she did. And then I pictured working on a laptop, or both of us working on laptops. And then we did that. Then we started a vlog together. And then I've got my vlog page now, and it's like we've done a lot of stuff together. Everything I visualized doing with her. Yeah. So she's been part of the channel. She's done 3 lives here with me where she answers questions too. They're all still up on the channel too, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. Bob, the best way to manifest a girl that you had a bad breakup with, I mean, to just do the same thing I did. I would say if you haven't, I think, well, you've been around the channel for a while. I don't know how many of my videos you watched. I would say go back to my first video, manifested my SP back 5 times. That was me giving that was the most, I think that's probably the best account that I could give because that was me coming right off it. Like that was me freshly off all this stuff and experiencing it. Then I made another one about a year later. It's a 60-minute video about how to manifest your SP. I got little whiteboards over there, and I'm like trying to write on them and like put out this thing. And I'm going to do another one on it, but it's going to be a long video because sometimes I get a little burned out on the specific person subject because there's so much more to life and so much more interesting. But I also do understand the point where you guys are coming from. But it's never, it's like never the specific person is never the most important thing in the world that you need to like. You know, I know it's times where it's like you're so heartbroken. You're like, why am I even here anymore? You're here because there's a purpose for you. You're here because you have passions and desires. You're here because you are going to experience everything that you are desiring. You're here because there is a greater purpose for you. And whether that be in your mind a big or a small thing, it's an important thing. So do not ever let any specific person, boss, job, circumstance, or anything make you feel like you're less than you are. Keep building yourself up. If you don't feel like you're good enough, find out what will make you feel like you're good enough and start building yourself up and give yourself credit for how far you've come. Can you do a video on how to make gains? Actually, Brooke, there is a video too about manifesting like body changes too because of my chest hair and stuff and about no one noticing it and stuff like that. And then doing the bodybuilding show. But if you want, follow the Muscular Mystic page, which is my other one because I'm uploading fitness content there. I'm actually going to film videos for this. When we end this, I'm going to film some videos for this channel, and then I'm going to edit a video for that and then film a video for there. I usually try to like share stuff on here. I love late night manifesting gasm. I love it, manifesting mandrill. Because don't play with me, you know how powerful I am. There you go, Mitzi. I love it. CTB, yeah. A girl becoming religious because of law of assumption. I mean, it's not a big jump. I mean, the communities are very similar. My negative assumption, I think, came from when I started this. I had a fear that the religious people would come after me, and they kind of did in the beginning until I told them to fuck off. And then, like, and I did the Thanos snap, and I'm like, wait, what is this? I have to put a puzzle? This is why TikTok's confusing me. I'm getting overstimulated, Mitzi. They made me solve a puzzle right now so I could stay on live. What was it? Yeah, snap. I did the Thanos snap. I'm like, these religious people aren't going to bother me anymore. One guy went to every fucking video and he made a comment on it about how I need to repent and fear God. And it's like, I believe in God, dude, and I respect God, but I'm also not going to sit there and repent for me not doing anything wrong. And he goes, and then you could really manifest. It's like, bro, who's the teacher? Get the fuck out of here. And I did the Thanos snap, and I said, nobody report him. Nobody fuck with him. He'll be gone. And then the next day, Ing sent me a message. She goes, did you report him or did you get rid of him? I said, no. She goes, I can't find a single one of his comments. I went through the creator studio. I went through the videos. Me and her looked, nothing. So either the motherfucker went back and deleted them all, or it was like it never happened. So I never had a problem with religious people again after that, but it's like I felt like they would come after me. And still I am. That is something I'm skeptical about telling, like, because I'm friends with a lot of pastors and preachers. I just tell them I'm a motivational speaker and stuff like that. Oh, that's crazy. Is that another coaching channel or something, CTB? He appeared in like 3 days, and that's another thing too. People say like, "Oh, how fast could it happen?" It could happen in 3 days, but it's how much do you believe in it? I saw Naya did a video on that, and I'm like, I'm not going to do one because then that time it would be legitimately copying. It was funny because there was a long time Naya was posting, and it would be I had a video queued up to go that day, and she would always post earlier than me. I don't know, maybe it's because of the Italy time difference with Chicago, but she'd have a video up, and it was one I literally recorded the night before. Or I would post one late in the day, and the next morning she's got the same one, and we're almost on the same. They were almost exactly the same thing, but we've never talked or anything. I reached out to her once to collab, but never heard back. What's it called? But yeah, it was crazy because we were posting almost the same thing all the time. I'm like, fuck, it looks like we're copying each other. Brooke, I do a lot of things to shift the self-concept. It's like obviously working out is a big one for me because I haven't always been like as in good a shape. My body is up and down, up and down. It's always been a passion for me, but depending on laziness and stuff like that, it would be working out and then eating right, and obviously the affirmations. Looking through many manifestations where it's like, what's it called? Like, oh, somebody will compliment my hair even though I knew my hair looked like I combed it with a fucking hand grenade. And people were complimenting that hairstyle and it looked like shit. So I would do little things like that. I bought new clothes, nothing fancy. I like to go to the thrift store. I don't know why. It's like I have money to shop at a normal store, but I like the thrift store because it's like an adventure. So like I would go there and I would find cool suits or old clothes. I would play with stuff from Temu and cheap things. It's like because for me, I can't justify like I get people like Rolexes. They like nice things and jewelry and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the hairstyle I had. But all my watches are less than $100, 40 to $80 at the most. All my nice suits, well, some of them are kind of expensive, but not more than $200. My nice clothes I got is like I didn't break the bank on it. That's the point. But I would do that, and then I would dress up nice just to go do stuff with my friends. I started practicing like I was using money as like a self-concept thing. So like in Chicago, it's actually funny. I say Chicago because that's where I live, but like it's only the suburbs around Chicago and the rest of Illinois that let you gamble in all these little parlors. But then I was like, my money self-concept was paying off with these little the gambling huts I call them, and like the slot machines and the bars. So that was another way to build up self-concept, and then just actually taking time to give myself credit for everything I've done and how far I've come in life. Like it's like, wow, when you look back and you give yourself credit on everything you've done, it's like that's building a self-concept too. You missed the tiny white boards. I found them the other day. I was cleaning. They're over there. I cleaned the office, so I found them. And they still have all the writing on them. I didn't wipe it off. What happened to Bia? She's more towards religion instead of law assumption. Is she Mitzi? I haven't seen her stuff. She was the one. Well, now I'm going to spoil it. Bia was the one who coached me when I was all hungover and stuff like that, and I was still trying to learn all this stuff. I'm always saying that you said it first, Mitzi, not me. And then she came back and she had her own channel and stuff like that. And then I followed her on Instagram. She followed me back. We talked for a while, and it was like she was not allowed to collab. There was illegal things. We couldn't collab with each other. But she was talking in the Discord, or not in the Discord. She was talking in the comments. So I don't remember which live that was, but it was a while ago. She was in the comments, and that was the only way we were able to do it. But I did tell her, I'm like, one day I'm going to have my SP back, and I'm going to have my own channel. And I was just saying it because it was positive, and I was just kind of still fucked up like the next day. But I'm like, wow, they're not even joke with the law of assumption because it played out. But then I noticed, I'm like, yeah, her channel hasn't been around. And I think I creeped it the other day, and it looked like she had less videos, but I didn't pay attention to any of it. So I didn't know. There could be a lot of drama in this community too. But it's the same thing with anything. Like even in the fitness community, why is there fucking drama there? Delicious. Exactly, Brooke. Yeah, Bob. One of the things was I would maintain it where I'm feeling like I'm in the relationship, but it would come and go. It's in the dominant part, you're feeling like it. Like I always say, I was dating my specific person before I was dating her. And how did I do that? If I wanted to talk to her, or I saw something that reminded me of her, I would send a text message in my mind and get a response that I would like to hear back, but also one that kind of sounded like something she would say. And then how would I respond to that message? And I would get lost in my imagination and have that inner conversation. That's why inner conversations are important. And if you guys haven't watched my videos on inner conversations, watch those. Otherwise, if you guys don't know about inner conversations, That's the video list of videos that are going up this week or being made this week tonight. I think sometimes that you guys already know everything that I've said or done. So I kind of coast off that. If I was lonely too, Bob, I would do like remote seduction. I would visualize like positive things about like what she was up to from the state of that we're already in the relationship. I would remember good memories with her, and sometimes I would have an inner conversation with her about those good memories, stuff like that. Yeah, I saw that, Mitzi. Yeah, she deleted all the videos for like except for like 2 of them. So I'm like, that's really weird. So she's religious now or something? Like, I mean, you can do both. The Second Man, I still talk to him. I did the collab with Second Man, and he's religious now, but he's just looking for a way. He has a channel, but he's doesn't want to promote it yet. But he's looking for a way to bridge law of assumption and Christianity. And it's like it's a very. I'm not condescending or like saying anything to him, but it's an easy like bridge to do. So that's why I know he won't have a problem with it when he's ready to do it. So I don't know why she would have deleted her stuff. But let's see, what time is it on my schedule over here? Damn, I left the gym at 11 something. Fuck, it's midnight. All right, we're going to have to wrap this up, guys. Thank you for coming in because I still have to record a couple videos, and you know these videos are kind of long. I got to record these. I got to do one for the other channel, and I got to do some editing. And I still haven't even ate my meal, but I had the BCA, so it should be good. What do I do? Well, I'll answer one more question, and then I'll get off. What I do is watch LOA videos all day, every day for years, and I have not seen much result. But to my understanding, if I just stay in the state that she loves me, it would be true, right? Yeah, Bob. But the thing is, this is the very important part right here. I'm glad you said that. You watch these videos all day long. This is a line from the Bible now, since we're already talking Christianity with this, that be ye doers of the word and not only hearers. And I may have butchered it, maybe it's vice versa, but the point is, don't just hear something, apply it. Like, my specific person was talking about, she's like, well, she goes, I feel bad because she listens to these pastors on TikTok, and she's like, I feel bad I haven't listened to the pastor. She goes, I feel like I'm betraying God or something. I'm like, no, you're not, because the pastor's just relaying a message. Me as a coach teaching manifesting, it's like I'm relaying a message. It's your job to apply that message. You know everything about manifesting. Most of us know everything about manifesting. Is the second we decide I'm not fucking around, I'm applying what I've learned and trusting that it's going to work. Because if it worked for Nick and it worked for Elmer and it worked for Neville and it worked for Elmer's grandpa and it worked for the girls at the channel with all the girls, and then and it worked for what do you call it? It worked for Tone. It worked for Bia. It worked for Second Man. It worked for all these other people. It worked for all the people on the channel that this gave you results. Bob, you're trying to get sold on the law, and I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to motivate you guys, but I'm not going to sell you on it. I'm only going to tell you my experiences. I'm only going to tell you what I've lived. I'm only going to tell you what I've seen and what I believe. At the end of the day, it's your belief, your thoughts, your feelings that create your reality. It's on you. This is a support system. I am here to relay messages. I'm here to support and motivate. We're all in this together. We're all here to motivate each other. But it's on you in that. You have to believe. You have to push. You have to change your thoughts and assumptions, and then you'll be fine. So hopefully that makes sense. And with that, I think that's a pretty good closing message. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I owe you one more this week. It's not Thursday morning. God damn it. I'm going to aim for tomorrow night, do another one. And then that goes for you guys over here to do another one. Click the link to see the YouTube stuff, to get to the Discord or whatever else. It's hard for me to market on TikTok or to share and promote stuff. I prefer YouTube. So I'll always reiterate that to you guys. Same logo, same name, Mystic Manifesting. But anyway, love you guys. I'll see you probably tomorrow. If you want to join the Discord, I'll be going live on Discord as well. Yeah, and we'll talk soon.